Hey guys, it's Marla, and this is a video on Saturn direct for twin flames. And this is a little bit of an adjunct to a video I did a few weeks ago called Saturn and Mars Building the Foundation to Your Twin Flame Union. And that video was all about Saturn working in conjunction with Mars retrograde and Sagittarius, and also asteroid union, to help you shed any old, negative, limiting belief systems that were still holding you back from manifesting your twin flame union in 3D, as represented by the Saturn-Neptune square that we've been working with since the beginning of the year. And Saturn's really the planet responsible for manifesting things into 3D reality. But Saturn does not allow the manifestation through unless the foundation of that is very solid. Now, if you watch my other video, you know that it was all about manifesting this week. And I really want to reiterate that to twins, because as Saturn is stationed and ready to go direct, there's some pretty powerful, positive twin flame energy being flooded into Saturn right now. Saturn is at 9 Sag, conjunct asteroid union and Osiris. Osiris representing the divine masculine energy right now, and also conjunct Mars, which is at 3 degrees. Now, he's squaring Neptune, of course, still. And now Venus has come into square also. Today is the 11th. She's at 7 degrees Virgo. When Saturn actually goes direct on Saturday the 11th, she's going to be at 10 degrees, so in an exact square to Saturn and opposing Neptune. And Venus is flooding this dream energy with love and abundance. And then we have asteroid Amur, which represents unconditional love, opposing Saturn and squaring Venus and Neptune. And when Venus is in aspect to Neptune, to me that represents unconditional love. So this is some really powerful energy coming through to help you manifest your union. And it's a great gauge to kind of see where you're at, I think. Now, most of you know that you manifest your reality through your thoughts, and your thoughts are based on your beliefs. So many of you know that you have to have positive thoughts in order to manifest positive things. All right, so how do you know? How can you gauge if you've been working with this Saturn energy in a positive way? Well, you should be coming into or close to kind of a self-mastery status in which you're in control of your emotions, at least most of the time. You're stronger than ever. Okay? It's been a battle, and all twins have faced this battle. But if you've been working with this Saturn, it's almost like you've had renewed strength, and you feel strong enough to continue on the journey no matter where it leads. You no longer let other people's words and beliefs stop you or trigger you. Okay? You've learned to choose your battles. You don't let yourself get triggered by everything. Now, some of you may have noticed there's been a big push in the community recently about beliefs. And even I've written a lot of stuff about looking at your belief systems to try and help you. This is the energy of Saturn right now and Mars. It's really like this final push. Okay, now Saturn's going direct on Saturday, but we're going to be feeling this energy definitely through the eclipse that's happening on August 18th and then through to the Mars-Saturn conjunction. In fact, Saturn's still going to be on the same degree that he's at. So he's in direct status, but he's not actually moved off the degree of his station by the time he meets with Mars. So you still have this little bit of time to work on it. And we will still be working on this the whole time that Saturn's in Sagittarius. But if you really want to be in this rapid manifestation, okay, and if you really want to be of service right now, then hopefully you've reached this place where you're more balanced and not triggered by everything. So if someone says something and it doesn't resonate with you, you don't let it get you all worked up emotionally. You look at it logically through the lens of your soul, and you decide if that resonates with you or not. Now, if you are feeling triggered by a lot of things, I feel like this is telling you that you still have work to do. Another thing is you should be at the realization that happiness is a choice, that we need to express gratitude and be content in the now and be content with where things are at, while still believing that our wishes can come true. Being grateful, being content with where you are, opens up the energy of the universe. Again, not being so focused on what it is you want, but being open to what the universe is offering you, which in most cases is better than what you're hoping for. Okay, so another thing is being careful what you wish for. Are you wishing for what you want or what you need? Let it go now to the universe. Don't hold on to things tightly right now. Okay, and if you can do that, then you're working with this Saturn energy. A couple other things that are helping us in the chart right now, as far as working with this old belief energy, as we have Mercury, who is in his shadow. Yes, Mercury is going to be going retrograde on August 30th. He entered his shadow yesterday, the 10th of August. And he's trine Pluto. And Mercury trining Pluto doesn't take anything for face value. Mercury Pluto wants to get to the bottom of things. It wants to know what's really going on and make sure that there isn't anything that's being missed or anything that's being kept hidden or secretive. So this is another thing that's going to help you when you're looking at your belief systems. And then we have Jupiter, who is forming an in conjunction to Uranus. And this is also challenging your beliefs. This is revolutionary ideas. Okay, and being able to let go of the belief systems that we were raised in or born into, or maybe some from past lives. Jupiter and Uranus is very expansive energy and energy that wants freedom. Very progressive. So that's helping us as well. And there's a couple interesting Sabians too. Let's see. Venus is on the Sabian on the day when Saturn goes direct, which is the 13th. A boy molded in his mother's aspirations for him. which brings to mind how so much of who we think we are is really just passed down to us from our parents, and what our parents wanted for us and what our parents believed. And it's time for us to look at those and ask ourselves if that's our truth or is that someone else's truth. And Amor is on the Sabian. Newly opened lands offer the pioneer new opportunities for experience. And this is all about undiscovered territory, going someplace we've never been before. Opportunities to move on to something new, something bigger and better. So the chart is really helping us. And like I mentioned, this is going to be pretty powerfully felt, I think, especially at the eclipse. It's, I know I'm going to say it wrong because I always do. Penumbral eclipse at 25 degrees Aquarius on the 18th. And it's going to be in the sign, the moon will be in Aquarius, the sun will be in Leo. And some of the energy I feel around that eclipse is going to be a chance for the common people or the community to rise up against some of the leaders, political leaders, religious leaders that have been trying to tell us what our beliefs are. And we're going to begin to see that. There's some powerful awakening energies coming in at the eclipse too. And we're going to be ready, hopefully, to stand up and say, no, those aren't my beliefs. Those are yours, but they're not mine. And it's time that we broke free from the rhetoric that we've been told for eons. So that's my message. If you want to know more about the eclipse energy, watch my video that I'll be posting Saturday morning. That's on my other channel, Eclipse Astrology and Tarot. And follow me on Facebook at Twinstrology. And if you would like a personal reading, you can visit my website, which is eclipseastro.com. And if you haven't, you might want to check out my other video that I did, the Saturn Mars building the foundation to your twin flame union. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon.